Here's how I'm preparing my week with an energy boost. I remember I had some leftover fruits and vegetables in the refrigerator and decided to make some juice. With the leftover celery, cucumber, ginger, spinach, green apples, and lemon, I knew of a perfect juicing recipe that would anchor in the week. However, it was missing fresh lime. That's when I remembered, oh bitch, I have a whole ass lime tree in my terrace. And I began to pull fresh ones off the flock. Once I had all of my ingredients, the next step was to wash my fruits and veggies. I thoroughly washed them, the lemons, cucumbers, celery, ginger, and limes. With all that time washing the produce, you would think that I would have time to wash those dishes. Well, I didn't. When it was time for the green apples to be washed, I noticed a furry substance growing off the stem of the apples. It was in that moment that it had put me in a diabolical irritation. Diabolically irritated, I decided to calm my mental with a warm cup of tea and a few scrolls of the TikTok. With irritation, I diabolically tossed the green apples in the dumpster and proceeded to head to my local market. Thank God for Gabriel, who was in the exact moment replenishing green apples. I'm not even going to hold you. I honestly don't think that his name is Gabriel, but it definitely had a lot of letters, so Gregory would be my second guess. Finally back home, my level... Sorry. Okay. Finally back home, my level of diabolical had finally worn off and proceeded to prep for my green juice. For this juicing experience, I went ahead and pulled out my dual juicer that I got off the TikTok shop. I went in and started with the green apples since they were the most diabolical of them all and began to experience a sense of relief. I followed it by the celery, in which I've always had an interesting relationship with nonetheless, but it made its way down the chute with no worries. I wanted to twist things up a bit, so I took the spinach leaves in bouquets of 12 and dashed them in a small... Psych, I definitely didn't have time for all of that. They went straight down the blending chute just like the other fruits and vegetables did. I wish I would. Once everything was all pressed, it was only right that I give my creation a try. And when I tell you, I instantly forgot about my prior worries and was ready to jump into this week diabolically free with energy and vitality.